Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, gentlemen. This is Sir Yeetus. Welcome to episode 109 of Sir Yeetus' Thoughts. This won't be a long stream because at around 7 o'clock, Ribby, he's going to have his 100K sub special. So you guys are going to be seeing me over there. We're going to chop it up. Going to get a little bit tipsy. It's going to be a great time. We got to support our boy Ribby, one of the first members of the Warband, to actually reach that 100K. We're gonna support him all the way because you already know the bigger you get, the more enemies he's gonna attract. But don't worry, you come after one of us, you go after all of us. Regardless, we're gonna go over there and help him celebrate because that is a big achievement for a YouTuber. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. Also, the topic that I'm going to be talking about today is just something that popped up in my head a few days ago, related to the Kevin Samuels situation, but not because of Kevin Samuels himself, but the response to his death of the people that he criticized, which was mainly Black women. But the topic today of you celebrate degeneracy, so what's the point, is going to be towards all women who praise the Sodom and Gomorrah type behavior, that Jezebel behavior. They feel empowered. They feel free, sexual liberation. Oh, I'm about to go in on them today. But before I do, right, you already know what time it is. If you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus and the Warband, go ahead and click on that link on top of the chat and donate to paypal.me/SirYeetus or Cash App/SirYeetus. Either way you guys donate, it is greatly appreciated. Okay, I already got more artwork and more music on the way. All thanks to you guys, especially a couple of you guys. A couple of you guys are very generous with the donations. Goddamn, like I am very surprised that I'm getting this much support. But that's why I'm here. The grind doesn't stop. I continue to try to update my quality of videos a lot better. So whether you donate or whether you just listen to my word, I am very appreciative of your support. All right, let us begin. You celebrate degeneracy. What is the point? What is the point of a man working so hard, so hard to get a blue collar job, white collar job, set up his whole life surrounded by the fact that one day he's gonna find the one. He's gonna find that good woman. Ooh, and they're gonna have that white picket fence with 2 kids and a dog and a cat with matching cars and stuff. Oh, he's looking so forward to the future. But in 2022, is the complete opposite of what he thought was going to be. And this has been happening for decades, but I'm just referencing what's happening today. The fact that it's just the cognitive dissonance of women today, they can't really comprehend what's going on. It's either they truly do know what they're doing and they don't give a fuck, or they honestly just react to things like a child, right? Because a person that's controlled by their emotions, more likely than not, are children. Okay, so if you can't be logical or rational about your decisions and you do the stupidest shit, no wonder that you gotta be treated like a child. But besides that, after Kevin Samuels passing, right, I've seen nothing but vile, disgusting things. I mean, vile. Not telling the truth, right? See, there's a difference of giving your opinion based on what he said, what his argument, what his ideals were. That's one thing. But they had nothing to say to him when it comes to his philosophy of you need to come back down to reality, women in general, but more specifically Black women, because y'all are fucking up. Y'all losing. They had no arguments against that. And they wait until a person kicks the bucket to just go nuts and vile, trying to slash his reputation, who he is as a person. See, only little kids do that. Only people that clearly does not have an argument does that. They go after the person themselves, never the argument at all, because they know what he was saying was true, especially about black women. Because as you see in society, it's not just black women. Once again, I'm talking about modern women in general. You see all over social media, you see it in the schools, you see it in public. They praise degeneracy. They praise women busting it wide open on top of a car in a busy intersection. They praise those thugs on the corner that's literally beating up their friend because it is some great drama to have, something to talk about behind closed doors. They praise dysfunctional families and believe that they can leave at any time because the grass is greener on the other side. They praise all this nonsense that goes against the nuclear family. Yet at the same time, they expect you to treat them like they're qualified to be a traditional wife, even though there's a 0.0000% chance that it's ever going to happen. Because once again, what's the point? A man with value, a man that actually has his stuff together, doing his thing, having a great time. The audacity of modern women approaching this type of man and feel entitled to the hard work, all the sweat, blood, and tears over years, hell, decades of his hard work. She feels entitled to it just because she exists. The bar has gotten so low for men, and the expectations got so high for women. We are in the most delusional dating market in the history of humanity at this point. Because how dare you, a woman that's overweight, not a virgin, multiple kids, with multiple baby daddies, in debt, struggling to pay bills, doesn't know how to cook or clean, combative and have a straight up attitude, can't even keep up with basic hygiene besides getting your hair and your nails did every week with your child support welfare checks. How dare you, just because you see a man of value on the streets or at a bar somewhere just trying to have a drink, the audacity of you try to approach a man like that and you feel entitled to what he has. He did his job. He did his side of what he needed to do. And all of a sudden you just like, oh yeah, you should take me out. Oh, you should do this. You should do that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you guys seen the previous videos on my YouTube channel. It was one of my YouTube shorts. Oh, literally women just standing in the club, standing around men, like hungry puppies, like hungry dogs. They're literally just standing around men in the club, just looking at them, hoping that they'll get a free drink, hoping that they'll get free food. I'm gonna see if I can find the short later. The audacity of these chicks. And yet they claim that men ain't shit, men are losers, men are liars, men are this, men are that. That shows the type of person you are. See, and that's another thing, right? When it comes to degeneracy, right? They always go, and you guys already know this, they always go for the bad boys, the thugs, the frat boys, and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then when they try to come and approach you, for some reason, out of the 8, 10, 20, 30 guys she's been with, she believes that she isn't the main issue. So I'm like, okay, if all of these guys, the 10, 20, 30 exes that you have, all of them ain't shit, all of them don't have a job, all of them treat you like trash, just pretty much smash and dash or cheat on you or whatever, What does that say about you? How about you hold yourself accountable and say that you have poor judgment? You have poor judgment on who you should choose as a potential mate. How dare you? How dare you claim that I have to take responsibility for my own horrible choices in men? This is why men ain't shit. See, when a man of value, and he doesn't have to be a goody two shoes. He doesn't even have to be a good guy. When a man that she wants, right? That's that these good men that are supposed to wait for her after she's done with the carousel, doing all these crazy things on music videos, twerking in the club, twerking in church, twerking at the house in front of their family members, in front of their kids, twerking, putting all the videos on social media, twerking. While that good guy was literally busting his ass to get to where he's at. Everything is straight on his end. Yet you are as a model woman that has these horrible decisions and horrible behavior, are a walking petri dish, has the audacity to approach a man like that and expect him to put a ring on it? Really? Really? So, with all these men, right? Whether it's the Warband, whether it's Red Pill, whether it's MGTOW, blah blah blah. When you guys are seeing that throughout society, seeing all this Sodom and Gomorrah, all this Jezebel Babylon behavior, because that's the only thing. That's the only way I can describe it at this point. That's the only way I can describe it. While you guys are seeing all this behavior around society, what's the point? What's the point? You did everything that society told you what you need to do in order to successfully get a woman and get a family. And this is how society repays you. False Me Too allegations. You can literally go to jail off of allegations alone. She can one day wake up and say, "I'm not happy," and take everything that you have to the cleaners. She can literally take your kids away, and you will never see your kids again. Oh wait, wait. What do you mean my son's a girl now? Yes, for some fucking reason, some delusional, sick fucking reason, they're able to change your child's gender. They're literally playing Barbie house, dollhouse with your own kids. That is so messed up, insane in the membrane type situation. That's how society is paying men of value, good men. That's how they're paying us in return. This clown circus that we have out there in society. How can a good man or a man of value say, no, shrug our shoulders? How can a nice guy, a good man, not eventually become cold according to, other women? How can a man not turn cold, turn to a player, turn to a demon? He's on demon time. Because how else is he going to get what he wants when it comes to the puniti? You celebrate it. You celebrate that degeneracy. You do it. That's how you reward men. You reward men when they treat you like trash. You reward men that doesn't care about you or your well-being. So guess what the rest of the men are going to do? They're like, oh, okay, all right. I guess since that guy's getting on the puniti over there, he's broke. He has nice Jordans. Yeah, he has a nice little Charger, nice little, Hellcat. Around there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, he has nothing going for himself. He's on the corner all day. You're hopping on a schlong 24/7. Yeah, there goes me, a guy that's willing to make sure that you're taken care of, you and the future kids are taken care of for the rest of your life. You don't even look my way. In fact, the audacity that you don't even look my way until 15 to 20 years later, and you expect me to get sloppy seconds, thirds, fourth, 100ths? Fuck that. Is that how you're going to reward good men? I'm not going to be a good man anymore. Nah, since you guys are awarding men that are on demon time, that just doesn't give a fuck. Shit, all right, I might as well do the same thing. And then you have the audacity, 35 plus years old, and ask where are all the good men? Where are the good men gone? Where's all the good men? Why would a man be good at this point in 2022? If you celebrate the worst of worst men, why? I don't see a point. Chad, do you see a point? I don't see a point. It makes no sense. And I didn't even touch on women of all colors and ages sending love letters and naked photos to convicts, to murderers, killers, uh, burglar, like all the felons, the convicts. They're sending love letters, naked photos to those type of men. Meanwhile, they're pretending that those good men out there doesn't exist. What? And they have the audacity to act all confused and shocked when they're 35, 40 years old, and they approach a man that finally hits his financial prime, because a man's financial prime doesn't really kick in until he's in his mid 40s and older on average. When a man is finally in his groove, about to hit his financial peak, making close to six figures or over six figures, wherever it is, everything is settled, paid off, house paid off, everything paid off. He is fine. He is Gucci. You want to go over to him? Used up, disgusting, loose. Everybody within a 10, 15-mile radius had a PC. That you want to go over there and inspect a man that you ignored because he wasn't on demon time, he wasn't on that degenerate shit. Now you want to go over there talking about if he wants to date you or not, if you want to have a serious relationship. You guys get where I'm coming from, right? That's where I'm like, okay, clearly modern women are not getting it, and they never will. At least not at the moment. They won't. There is no way in hell. I mean, no way in hell. A man that is able to get red pilled and realize, holy fuck, I am getting a shitty end of the stick. I am getting a horrible deal. Us men, we don't ask for much. We don't ask for much at all. All we ask is to, hey, don't be going around being a 304. Don't have a body count. Take care of yourself, health-wise, and don't be a bitch. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. We don't really have too much of a high expectations. That's it. And they still can't get that shit right. So once again, the point of my topic for today. What's the point? What is the point? If women were actually doing what men actually wants, because that's another big issue. Women, they never bother to listen on what men want. They just assume on what a man wants. That's their biggest issue. They just assume. They never bother to sit down, take out a piece of paper and pencil and ask a man, hey, what do you want me to do for you? What can I do to make your life better and a possible relationship can start? Not once I've seen a woman do that. Until they hit the wall at the speed of sound and nobody's looking for them anymore. I'm just saying, gentlemen. I'm just saying. It is it is crazy. It is crazy how much that we have to dumb shit down to try to explain to society, to these amount of women, why at this point, unless it is on a job situation, if I have to work with you, whatever, they can't comprehend why men are just not giving a fuck. Chad and Tyrone are always going to be there. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about the average man, the good man, the nice man. They're just not giving a fuck. Because what do they get out of it? Being nice. They get the shitty end of the stick. And now, thanks to channels like mine, channels like the Warband, the Red Pill, and all that stuff, now they're starting to realize it masses. Like, damn, I'm going to be busting my ass for decades just to get some leftover puniti and to take care of another man's zinc. It's crazy. It is so crazy. Before I continue my little rant, I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments right quick because I just don't get it. I really don't get it at all. Let me do free Ross. Quite a few conservative women agree too, mostly because I try to get them to understand things would be a lot more conservative if only men voted. I agree, a million percent. I agree. And since the majority of the voting power in the United States are women, it's gotten out of control. And I'm sure you guys heard this saying for a while, but I'm gonna say it again. A woman that is left to her own devices will most likely be self-destructive behavior. At this point, I really believe they just can't help it. If they don't have a strong male role model in their life that's able to instill in them values, morals, ethics, they're just on a downward spiral, just crash and burn. It's only a matter of time. I'm speaking in general sense. Do do. Yep. We definitely age like fine wine right here. Yep. Of course, I try my best to be on point. I definitely do try my best because it's just some things I can't really comprehend on modern women today. Like I'm trying to, but at the same time, it's futile, right? Because you can't really keep up with a group of people that change their minds every 2 seconds. But I try. Okay. Jabba. These nuts. Women cry about dudes ghosting them, but never stop to ask themselves why they get ghosted. Nope, they never do. That's why time and time again, we always say accountability. They're just so allergic to it. It's their kryptonite. They always assume, oh, I'm not the problem, they're the problem. Oh, they must be gay. I'm not the one that has all the issues or unattractive or overweight. No, it's because they like other men. Like, really? Really? Take your cope somewhere else because nobody got time for that. Channel Gray, where Gray at? He is unable to join today. He's very busy at the moment. So it is just going to be me. I am going to be letting you guys call in soon. Exactly. It must be the guy's fault. I'm a queen. My fellow queens told me. So, yep, I definitely, that's how it is. I'm going to explain that too. I strongly believe if women were given equal responsibility, they hand it back over to men within a year. Nah, I'll give it a week. I'll give it less than a week. Chat, what do you think? What do you think about Free Ross's opinion? If women were given actual equal responsibility, not equity, equal responsibility, how long would it be until they're like, you know what, you can have the responsibility back now. I don't want responsibility anymore. I would say around a week or less than a week. Because there's always situations where they believe they can compete exactly like men when it comes to responsibilities such as war, construction, what else? Oil rigs, logistics, hands-on activities that keep society rolling. I say give it around, I was being too generous. I give it 2 days. 2 days. No, I say 2 days because they'll be pretty stubborn on not admitting that they're wrong. What happened here? T96. To clap or not to clap. My friend went back to Mexico. His girlfriend staying a few days more. Caked out. What? Where she was saying she not showing low traits though can let a homie commit to thought. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean? You trying to clap his girlfriend? If you are, I say don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. If I am reading your comment correctly, never, ever, ever let a woman go between your friendship with your homie. Ever. No puniti. None is worth betraying your friendship. That I'm letting you know right now. I'll say it one more time. No puniti is worth severing, worth destroying your friendship with your homie. Friendship is a lot stronger and it lasts a lot longer than 10 to 15 minutes of fun with that girl. And besides, of course, she's not going to take responsibility. So, what do you think is going to happen if your friend finds out? She ain't going to take responsibility of cheating on your homie. So that's just going to open up another box of problems of law enforcement being involved, if you know what I'm talking about. Because guess what? False allegations at this point is a lot stronger than a gun. Because she doesn't even have to lift a finger to get you in jail or 6 feet under. Do. Oh yeah. Just to keep it simple, don't be a Jody. Don't be a fucking Jody. Jody strikes again. But in all seriousness, don't be a Jody. Don't do it. Man, it's not good. It's not a good feeling when your own homeboy chooses to messes with something that's yours. Let alone a female. There's plenty of females out there. If you're trying to get the female, don't be that guy. All right, let's keep going. Kick her out. Yep, kick her out immediately, expeditiously. Free Ross, imagine giving up 10 years worth of friendship for 10 minutes of used up puniti. I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine that. Not at all. It is. I cannot imagine doing that whatsoever. Which is more useful to you? 10 minutes of puniti that probably 50 other guys had, or 10 years of friendship of a guy that's 99% willing to put himself in danger for you if need be, able to have your back until the end. Which one do you think is more important? Just think on that. A video on what responsibilities men have that women don't have would be nice. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that one. The way everyone can understand what that means and be on the same page. That's actually a great idea. That's a great idea. Definitely should make a video. I should have time tonight. Let's see if I don't get too crazy. Betrayal is one of the worst things ever. Yep. You can be a stupid guy, a guy I disagree with, don't like, but if you got my back and I got yours and the situations that matter, then I at least respect you. Betraying betraying your boy like that, there's a reason why betrayal is the lowest circle in hell on Dante's Inferno. There's a huge reason why. That there is no worse feeling, in my opinion, being betrayed by somebody you considered a good friend. Like I wouldn't be shocked per se, but it would still be a horrible feeling because I understand. Hey, betrayal happens. That's a part of life. But that is still one of the worst feelings a man can go through. It is not a good feeling. But let's just say betrayal is pretty much one of the main reasons hockey mask time happens. I repeat, betrayal is pretty much the trigger for a hockey mask time. It's not a good feeling for a man to feel betrayal. It's just not. Woo! It is not a good feeling. Because whether it's a man or a woman, if there is a betrayal in some degree, how do I say? A man's how do I say? Because when a man is betrayed, he doesn't give a damn if what he's doing is right or wrong. It's eye for an eye at that point. If you guys get what I'm talking about, I'm gonna make sure that we're even. But oh, hold up. I was thinking she was setting up this whole thing. Just insane. Hey, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Because, like I said in my previous streams, there's women out there that create drama just out of amusement. Okay. So there's only one or two reasons that she's possibly setting this up. One, she's getting back at her boyfriend, right? By sleeping with somebody close to him. It happens all the time, believe it or not. Well, women do that. They will try to get even with their boyfriend for some reason by sleeping with somebody close, whether it's their friend, cousin, brother. Hell, worst comes to worst, their own sleep with their boyfriend's father. Or second choice, she's just doing it because it's amusing to her. It's amusing. It's fun. Yeah. Believe it or not, there's women out there that they do it just for fun. They cause drama just for fun. There's a reason why they're called the Agents of Chaos. Do. Okay. Drama is female addiction. It seems nowadays. Oh, they can't live without drama. Society is so privileged. Society is so safe. Society is so comfortable at this point that women in general, in my opinion, in the West, they just look for problems. They look for trouble. They don't want to have kids. They don't want to have a family. There is no danger per se in the West compared to the rest of the world. So the only thing they have is keeping up with the Kardashians. So of course, more likely than not, they're just gonna go out there and look for trouble. If it's not out there, then she will cause trouble within her friends group, going after their friends' husbands or boyfriends. Hell, even go after their own family members, husbands, and boyfriends. Hey, there's females out there that can be downright demonic, bro. They can be on demon time just as much as a man can be on demon time. But we treat demon time differently. A man's demon time is not the same as a woman's demon time. And why y'all talking about chivalry? Chivalry's long gone. There's no question about it. It is gone. It is out of here. It is gone. But before I start my rant again, if you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus and support the Warband, go ahead and click on the link on top of the chat and donate to paypal.me/Sir Yeetus or Cash App/Sir Yeetus. Any money that's donated is greatly appreciated. You don't have to donate. I don't really care. The message is more important than the funds. I'm just using the funds to get more art because, I just want more art for the channel. It just makes things more interesting. So, but any donations is appreciated. You just listening to what I got to say is more appreciated because we got to talk about this. The grind doesn't stop for the Warband. So, gentlemen, put a 1 in the chat if you seen women encouraging other women to do very degenerate acts. What I mean by is put a 1 in the chat if you see women peer pressuring other women to pretty much self-destruct their lives. If you've seen or heard whatever it is, whether it's your family, friends, at a party, whatever it is, have you seen women encourage other women to do some crazy stuff out of empowerment, out of sexual liberation, out of sisterhood? It is insane. It is insane. See, they love to blame men all the time for the craziness. They love to blame those men's faults. No. You always love to listen to your sisterhood to the point where at that point you're more worried about being socially accepted by them than your own future. You're way more worried about being accepted within the group than to set up a successful future for yourself and for your future family and everything else. For example, I did walk into a conversation years ago. I was 22. I was a private in the army, and I was at one of my friend's houses. He's married. He's in the military as well, but I went over there, just to hang out with him. What's up? And there was a bunch of other military girlfriends or wives at his house as well. Everybody just chilling. And while the boys are just sipping on the beer, playing some video games and all that stuff, me and one other person, we were being nosy because the girls, of course, they were being way too loud. They were like, "What? You do this for your husband? What? That's crazy. That's crazy. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to clean up why doesn't he clean up the kitchen? Why doesn't he cook dinner? You're not his slave." I'm like, oh, here we go. Even at that young of an age, 22, I knew they were on complete bullshit. They were on demon time. They were filling up her head with that feminist lies. Because at first, my friend's wife was like, well, he goes to work at around 5 o'clock in the morning every day, and he has 12 to 15 hours of doing all this crazy stuff all day. Why can't I just help him out? Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about oh, people wait around the house as well. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, no, no. I was like, this is not good. I'm like, bro. And then she was reluctantly like agreeing with them per se. Like, yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Marriage life is supposed to be 50-50. No, hell, fuck that. He should be lucky to even be to even have you. I'm like, oh no, no. And I talked to my boy about that after everybody left, and I'm like, yo, your wife is not around good company, bro. And I told him, hey, I told him they were telling her this and that and blah. Those she wasn't hanging around those military wives after that. I'm like, hell yeah, bro. One of the few men in my life, I'm a married man, that was able to put his foot down and said, nah, you ain't hanging around them no more. Fuck that. See how quick it is? See how quick? See, look. See, Channel said perfectly. The devil was in her ear. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because how are you just gonna go to somebody else's business, let alone marriage, and tell her to do everything the opposite of what makes a marriage work? He's out there busting his butt. Let alone, once again, he's in the military, so he's definitely busting his butt out there all day, every day. And you telling me that the wife that's at home all day, she doesn't even have to work. She doesn't even have to work. She can't make sure that the house is in order. She can't fix her hubby some lunch to take with him to work. She can't just make sure that the house is looking okay, looking decent. He didn't have kids yet, so it's just them. So you telling me that it's bad for her to contribute to make sure that his life is a bit easier? He's making sure that she is financially secured. He is the reason why they had a house. He is the reason why she was able to afford the things that she was able to get. And she didn't even have to go outside and work. So these little girlfriends, the other military wives, that was telling her, oh, don't do this, don't do that. He's supposed to be doing this. It's supposed to be 50-50. This isn't a fair marriage. He's treating you like, I'm like, what? 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 I don't know, man. I'm like, they're intentionally sabotaging the marriage, or they're just so indoctrinated in their feminist bullshit that they just don't realize it. They don't realize they're sabotaging the marriage. When it comes to having friends per se, especially the female friends, I don't see a point really. I really don't, unless that person knew the girl for like 10, 15 years, then okay, whatever. You guys are childhood friends. But any other friends after that, no. I don't see a point, because she will be too busy herself with her own things around the house, making sure everything is good around the house, make sure everything is great. So when the husband come home, she will have a happy husband. And she's not even doing everything around the house, because why? Even when she makes sure that dishes are cleaned, things are cooked, the bed is made up, and they dust down the dressers or whatever. The husband is still working on everything else, like mowing the lawn, seeing the toilet or pipes that he's fixing, shoveling the snow, taking out the trash. So the fact that my homeboy was pretty much doing all of that, plus going to work around 12 plus hours a day, because sometimes in the military you go home very late, very late. The most I've worked in one day was 20 hours, 20 hours in one day. Yeah, but that's a long story. Somebody did something stupid, and we had to stay behind at work, and we had to fix the issue. But the fact that he's doing all that stuff around the house, plus busting his ass at work, and these other military wives have the audacity to try to tell his wife that he needed to do a lot more. He's not pulling his weight. What's the point? What is the point? See, he was already married, so it was pretty much too late for him, right? I don't know how his marriage is going right now, but based on statistics, they may be divorced by now. But in general, when I saw that, and I thought to myself, he is doing literally 100 times more than she's doing right now. And these military wives are telling her that he's not doing enough. So why should I get married at that point? Why? It makes no sense. I will not do it. There'd be no point. Because if I had to bust my butt that hard, and for them to proclaim that it's still not enough, what's the point? And yes, military wives are definitely the worst. Any military wives that are here, please let me know. I will send you a link. You can call in and you can defend your position. Because I guarantee you, all of you guys will agree that military wives are the worst. Military wives hate other military wives. Yeah, the game is rigged, and more and more men are starting to open up their eyes to it. Like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to play the game. I'm just going to do my own thing. But guess what? Now society is labeling you as an extremist. Just think on that. They're labeling you as an extremist for not wanting to play the game. So what does that tell you? It's never been about relationships for a long time. It's never been about marriage for a long time. It's all about control, gentlemen. Control. That's all it's been. They want you to be suckered into the Venus flytrap. Whether it's women, whether it's the states, whether it's police, whether it's the divorce lawyers, whether it's the family court lawyers, whether it's PUAs, they want you to fall into that trap. It's out of control. Not just control of you, control of your wallet. And the men that decide to not play that rigged game are the ones that they cannot control. That's why now, in 2022, in their eyes, you are an extremist. In their eyes, you're the dangerous one. In your eyes, they're the ones that are very afraid of you, right? They are afraid that more and more men are going to start listening to this type of content. And eventually it'll be a danger to their society as a whole. Because like I said before, the more and more men that walk away, the more and more men cannot get divorced. The more and more men, the state and the single mothers and all that stuff, they can't get a piece of your wages. So more and more men are walking away. That's just going to accumulate. And it will get to the point where, oh shit, we got a shit ton of elderly women that are single, never bothered to marry, and we don't have enough social security to pass around. Oh shit. We don't have enough funds to even take care of the elderly population anymore. Oh no. Birth rates are declining. So we are really struggling on getting enough people in the workforce to even make enough money to even convince getting married and taking their money. It is insane. Oh, Cesspool, you said Chronic already went live? Let me see. Oh, I guess he did. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining this stream. This was a very, very fun stream. Not gonna lie. I am definitely gonna do a part 2. Probably later. No. I will do a part 2 later on tonight. I will, because we're definitely not done talking about this. Go over there to Undead Chronic's channel. This was definitely a good conversation, and we will definitely continue this tonight. It will be a late night thing, like what Rishi does. This is Sir Yeetus. Thank you for all the donations. If you haven't donated yet, it's all good, because it's more about the message than any type of donations that you guys gave me. Okay, the donations is always a plus. Hopefully you guys had all the gems today that I just dropped. And I am out. I will see you over there at Chronic's live stream. Peace.